massacre in Rivia. It came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me.
Damn, that was close! Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Merigold! Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you in your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor. No wedding, Zoltan?
The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be Popper-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakows, and as a gift for Eudora, a jade stone as big as my fist.
You were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pin drop. Old Breckenrig rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, Geralt, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Breckenrig says, then proceeded to slurp 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. You play the spy a bit, get bored and drop it. You know how he is.
The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the Lavalettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimball and Count Merivale, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Well, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart as sorceress holds significant stake.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimball would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
I think I've heard enough about politics. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute, what were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yor with Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
All right. What happened?
I came to Flotsam to kill the Karen,
Kieran?
the monster that has effectively blocked the port. A moment ago, I had the good fortune to see it in all its splendor, but the local folk scared it away.
Good fortune? You hear that, Sozek? That was some good fortune for you.
Why's the beast in the port all of a sudden, eh? Summoned by the witch, perchance?
To see it in all its splendour.
Sozek doesn't look too good. Lay him inside somewhere.
Right, we've dawdled enough already. Come on, lads, let's go.
What's this? I was ready for a rumble there.
Shut it, and come on.
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold. Sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my, your sense of humour seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Scoia'tael. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation. Witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a horror house.
Thanks for the warning. We'd best get to work.
What's going on, Geralt?
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edda. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, the strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edda, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The north's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Loreto in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive, to say the least, Witcher.
How can the commander of a Temerian garrison just piss all over the commander of Foltest's special forces?
The Blue Stripes aren't exactly popular among common folk, in case you hadn't noticed.
Like anyone who does the dirty work. But Loreto's a soldier.
The worst scum gets posted to dumpy border towns like this. Incompetent fools who show off their authority to a bunch of grimy peasants.
We arrived in Flotsam, we saw the killer, we pissed everyone off. What next?
If the Kingslayer's in Yorvet's care, we'll have to get them both.
If we go out into that forest to look for elves, all we'll find is our own death.
We'll visit Laredo as invited. Maybe a hick heading a bunch of imbeciles, but this is his territory and he could prove useful.
So long, Roach.
Yeah. Won't even wag my tongue.
Just don't start any brawls. Peace and quiet. Get it?
Of course.
I've got my eye on you.
I'm having flashbacks, Dandelion.
What have you remembered?
My own death.
I saw that with my own eyes, as I've told you many times. Yennefer gave her life to save yours. I thought you might have remembered what happened afterwards. I mean, how the devil can you be here now? I hear you, I see you, you're breathing. I mean, you're just alive.
Dandelion, I've had a flashback or two. I don't know everything yet. So, Mr. Master Spy, what's new in the world of politics? Bards singing about anything interesting these days?
Eddern's in trouble. Henselt and his great army are nearing the Pontar and will ford it and strike any day.
Well, we haven't had a war in a long time.
Like all little boys, he likes to play with his soldiers. But I don't think Kedwin will have an easy time of it. Eddern's borders are guarded by Saskia the Dragon Slayer.
Who's she? Some mercenary?
A peasant girl and self-proclaimed commander of something called the Edirnian Voluntary Militia.
Fighting women and bards who play politics. These are strange times. I need information. Anything that could help me track down the Kingslayers.
I only know gossip. Things folk have been saying since Demiven's death. People are throwing out blame left and right. One day it's the elves, another the Nilfgaardians, then it's Rivians.
Let me guess. The suspects also include a Zerrikanian alchemist and a group of halflings.
Bold theory, that. But the mob comes up with even better ones. Know what? Frankly, the most worrying effect of these assassinations is the chaos they've unleashed in people's minds.
What do you mean?
I mean chaos. People don't know what to think, who's good and who's evil. And these are tough times. Who knows what's going to happen?
You gave Vernon a full report on Flotsam. Seen anything unusual around here?
They've got some amazing women at the brothel. You should take a look. One of them.
You know what I mean.
A town like any other. It's got a harbor, an inn, and a stinking muddy river. That's what an ordinary man would say. But we poets also look into people's souls. And things are not good. I saw a robbery sanctioned by law. Town watchmen laughing as they confiscated goods, all the while talking about how they'd finally bring order to the town. I saw drunken thugs beat up an elf woman while no one even flinched. I know these things happen everywhere, but here, it's not motivated by hatred or misguided attempts at meting out justice. People are driven by cold calculation, always looking for opportunities to get a little richer.
I know you. I can see you're dying to ask me. What is it?
All right, fess up. What happened to Foltest?
Want to know the version that is yet to make it to Flotsam? The king died in mysterious circumstances. The Witcher Geralt, his sword covered in blood, was discovered standing over his corpse.
Did you kill him? This'll stay between us, I promise.
The killer escaped before I could get him. I'm being set up.
So what are you gonna do? Run around swinging your sword hoping the killer walks into range?
I don't have to. The killer's in the forest with the Squirtle, and he knows I'm here. We'll fight each other.
Geralt, please don't do anything stupid. Don't stick your neck out. If Laredo finds out you were involved in Foltest's assassination...
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning like a vote. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes, and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You can also look in on some merchants. I don't think the Reader's robbed them of everything yet.
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanzaville. Requires precision, but it's well paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses, I'm telling you.
How are those biceps holding up, Zoltan?
Hard as a bull's bollocks. Arm wrestling's a dwarven pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Show me those bull's bollocks, then.
Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon, promise me you'll take them on. They'll be surprised.
Do you know someone named Cedric?
Know him? We drank each other under the table last Saturday. I barely made it home.
Where do I find him?
Most times gazing at the forest from a tower near Lobendon. Strange bird, that one, but a heavyweight when it comes to drink.
Thanks.
You look strong. Care for the little contest? Too strong for me. Here's what you're owed. You ought to give Wiry Wilkes a shot. You'll not have an easy time with me. Strong man you are. Here's your coin. You should take on Big Max.
You're a strong lad, but I'm no wimp either. Wanna take me on? By Veo Patis's balls, you're strong. You're winnings. There's someone else. No one's beaten him yet.
Who?
Bartholomew Bargy. You'll find him in the village.
Now what?
What do you want?
Care for a game of dice?
I'll play you if you beat those two.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you Witcher Geralt?
What can I do for you?
My cousin from Vizima claims you're good at dice.
I can play.
If word gets out that we've a good contender, better players are likely to show up, and the stakes will rise. Maybe even Rainer Gauss or Sandra would recognize. Real masters.
So, will you play?
Sure.
Great. We only play for fun, but Zindrab fancies himself a master.
I won't play any old challenger. Show us what you can do, and who knows, I might sit down with you.
Your luck was in. But I want a chance to win my coin back.
What do you want?
Care for a game of dice?
Shall we roll a few rounds? You won.
Care for a rematch?
No. Try Einar Gorzel from the Craftsman's District. Beat him, and who knows? Maybe even Sendler will agree to play you.
Thanks.
Punches lights out!
We have sinned, forgive us.
Gobbler, here. Don't stay.
Look, I can make no sense of this relic I have been entrusted. The gods have not granted me understanding of it. Perhaps Providence grants you, and then I shall give you this prize. Perhaps you will make better use of it. You are lucky, traveler, but not enough. It does not look as though the gods decree that you should bear up my burden. We have sinned for...
What's going on here?
A competition, brother. With the port closed, we're bored off our arses. Care to take part?
What are the rules?
The contenders put their coin down, winner takes all.
The fighting rules.
Drop your opponent and make sure he stays down.
Complicated.
So, are you fighting, brother?
Oh yeah.
He's a fresher like you, brother. Good for starters. Put your coin down. So, what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
Corb Ransel, known as Flip-Arse.
Strange name.
Does everything backwards. Sleeps in daytime, drinks before he eats, and tells women to get dressed before he ploughs them.
Flip-Arse.
Show us your orans.
So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin. Punches lights out!
Kidneys! Hey, champ.
What?
I can tell you're a serious contender. Far too good for this drunken riffraff. Believe you me, I know what I'm talking about.
So? I don't know you.
They call me King Ziggy because I pay like a king. If you want a taste of fame and riches, look for me by the inn in the evenings. I'll take you to the right place.
That was fucking poetry! Up for another, brother.
Who's up next?
I knew you'd end up fighting each other.
Who's that?
Tidy Tib. The bastard eats honey straight from the hive, drinks before, and some say he can hang a bucket full of water from his cock. You better get a solid coin pouch ready. So what'll it be?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, let the dance begin!
In the kidneys!
Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Congratulations! You dropped some of the toughest brawlers. Well done. Tournament's over.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Care for a little fornication? Remind me, which one
Yet
was this
another
Voltest they killed?
Need a distraction, White One.
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Striggett style?
What? Praise the god. I'll need you to pay up front. Praise the goddess. Praise the goddess.
I wouldn't sleep with you for all the gold into marry. Greetings. Remain.
That's over my head. Jolly.
Hey! No, I've seen that one today.
Yet another witcher. A pleasure to see you. I believe we met in Vizima.
Greetings.
What can I get you, fine lad?
What do you think of the Commandant?
Mr. Laredo is a great man. A great man. He looks after us, helping, like. Taxes are just as they should be. We're all pleased. He governs the trading post and we're all perfectly happy here.
What are you talking about, woman? Feeling all right? The town's a dump. Laredo's robbing you, and his men intimidate everyone.
That's foolishness, Master Witcher. Shouldn't say that. Shouldn't badmouth the Commandant. He's a holy man. Period.
You fear him that much?
Don't you provoke me. Beat it!
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do. Greetings. Mind if I take a look at what you have in stock?
Certainly. You're welcome to. I'm Fioravanti, a merchant. Not to be nosy, but weren't you hired to kill the Kairan? I've had my fill of this place, and I'll be glad when the blockade is finally lifted.
Laredo won't let you traders out until it suits him. Seems he needs you here for some reason.
What's that supposed to mean, damn it? Is he organising some international trade fair? I'm a subject of King Demavend, and I tell you...
Demavend's dead.
Ah.
Now, if you don't mind, can we get down to business?
Here comes the Witcher. Ha! Greetings. A word, if you will.
You see, we've created an alchemical substance and we wish to test it in Vizima, in a laboratory.
Seeing as you're a Witcher, we wondered if you'd be willing to test it in practice.
In a year or two, given the occasion, you could visit us in Vizima. We'd examine you and reward you generously.
We need to study its long-term effects. We can't say more.
Are you in?
Why not?
Splendid!
Excellent.
Now, if you could also keep a journal of the experiment.
Don't overdo it.
Nonsense. Greetings! What brings you here, White Wolf? Make yourself at home, please.
Do we know each other?
I've heard, or rather read much about you, in the letters of the Rivian diaspora.
Well, nice to meet you.
Einar Gausel, fundamentally a trader in old curios, although I also concern myself with the non-human community.
Books in Flotsam? I wouldn't have thought it a profitable enterprise.
Aye, many foreigners come through here. Sometimes they buy books, sometimes they have tomes to sell. Yesterday, for example, Lady Sheila de Tanseville purchased items for a sum equal to my yearly dealings.
Did she buy anything interesting?
De Vermis Mysteries, the Exeter Treatise, complete and unabridged, plus a very expensive volume I'd rather not mention. I should add as generosity must be praised, that she made a donation to the community, specifically to the Fund for Widows and Orphans.
The non-humans in Flotsam are organized?
We aren't, but we aid each other as best we can. I mainly collect taxes and announce the Commandant's dispositions.
That'd make you a prime target for Yorvith.
You're correct on that account. He's warned me many times, and I've explained the need for my function to him just as many. Both in vain. It seems we've agreed to disagree. Well, the sword is his calling, the pen is mine. Hence, no meeting of the minds. It wasn't always this hard. Turned sour when several elven lassies disappeared. We lost our trust in the humans, and the Scoia'tael ceased trust in us.
Did they turn up, the women?
No, I believe Neckers killed them. I remember Morrill of the White Hands. She and her lover made a beautiful pair.
The gods have no love for your kind. It's not too late to repent.
Mind if I have a look at your books?
Take your time. No hurry.
I want to play dice.
All right. Shall we? I'm lost!
Hand over the coin.
Here, but I'll not play you anymore.
So, who is up for a game around here?
Sandler's the best.
We'll see.
Well, well, I had an inkling and it didn't disappoint me. It was a long voyage to this cesspit, but it's about to make sense. Voltest's killer, live and in person. How are you? Happy and healthy?
Can't complain.
I am delighted, really. But you see, it's a long way back to Vizima, and I'd rather not dawdle. I lost a load of time looking for you.
No reason to waste any more talking, then. Bon voyage.
Listen, Jester. You're worth more to me alive, but if need be, I will take you back as a corpse. You choose.
All right. Give it a shot.
Drop your sword and put your hands together, or I'll not vouch for what...
Shut up. Go ahead. Try to kill me.
No need to fear those witches' tricks! We've got a wanted man here! Grab him, boys! Hit the freak! He's worth a bundle! Don't fuck this up!
What do you do?
I'm the Royal Castellan. I look after Flotsam's provisions, fortifications, and so forth.
So if I exterminate a monster, I need to see you about the reward?
Indeed. You could start by filling in Form H12 and taking it to...
I don't need to. I've got immunity.
Ah. Well, you'll find the notice board out in front of the inn. And good hunting to you.
Any idea why Laredo put a price on the troll's head?
Commandant Laredo has Flotsam's welfare in mind.
Mm-hmm. But the troll tends to the bridge, keeps it in repair.
Not likely. To start with, that's a dangerous beast. In addition, he pays no taxes on the tolls he collects.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
You did turn pale when we met Sheila.
You must have imagined that.
I know you too well.
Sheila's one of the most powerful sorceresses.
That's no reason to fear her.
She can't be trusted, in my experience. I know her to be devious and manipulative.
Any proof?
She's well aware you lost your memory, yet pretended she didn't know.
And why would she do that?
I don't know. Her true intentions have always been hard to fathom.
I'll see if I can't learn what they are.
How?
I'll go hunting with her, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
And to lose them.
Any work for a witcher?
Enough work for 3, but what of it? We're poor folk.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Ye best go to Flotsam Town Square near the inn. There are notices on the board there. Just leave the troll be, please, no matter what the townsfolk say.
Any other jobs? Well-paid jobs?
Go seek the old man. Laredo splurged on a sorceress, so he's clearly got means in the budget.
You mean the Karen?
Call him whatever ye like. I mean the river beast. He troubled our great-grandfathers already, but he's become unbearable recently, tearing through nets, choking fish with venom. Even Laredo says that since the local economy be harmed, there'd be no choice but to hire a sorceress.
Any other job?
Go seek the...
What sorceress? You mean Triss Marigold?
Lady Sheila de Tanseville, a significant person, but poor as a temple mouse, just like ye. Seems spellcraft and wealth don't go hand in hand. They say she's agreed to kill the old man, so hurry if you want to jump in before her.
How's your health, Grandma?
Well enough, sonny. What ye looking for here in Lobenden?
Kingslayers.
Well, well. Seems I outlasted even Foltest. Now just to outlast Laredo. And I'll be on my way.
Excellent work.
In it? The finest hides and the tannins on half of either. A straggler here, a lobber there, sometimes a hapless calf. I've even got otter fur for you.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt in the royal forest. Even children know that. Besides, it's too dangerous to go among the trees now, what with all those monsters.
They must be finding more food in the area.
A war's brewing, methinks.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack merchants and ambush patrols. Ideal conditions for necrophages.
We ought to wait for better times and be satisfied with the little things, like the good book teaches us.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now? You're good. Here's your coin.
I heard you deal in traps.
Indeed, though that's not all I deal in.
I don't want coin, I want something else.
Suit yourself. Choose.
I could use a design for a nitroglycerin trap.
A what?
You know, the kind that pretty much vaporizes anything that steps in it.
Ah, the puff banger. The design's yours.
Oh, my son. You should get home early today.
What do you want?
I heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
I'd like to change that.
Many tried and walked away with shit in their britches. You want to go?
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
All right.
Have you heard? Another king was murdered.
Shame it was only one. Ready?
Let's do it.
Strong as an ox. Here are your orange. Once we had a company of Adam Pangrat's mercenaries here. I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength. He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bart Bargy drinks to his health.
All right.
Have you heard? Another king was murdered.
Shame it was
Oh, my damn sacrum. Aching and thumping.
You'll betray no one else, Elvin bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick said he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor. My medallion vibrates when you're nearby, and it only vibrates near magic or danger.
Maybe it's warning you not to make a pass at me, lest I slap you.
You're right. I should watch what I do.
Listen carefully. People may say I'm a witch, but I don't deal in spells. You don't look like someone who'd come for a charm or a curse. So you either seek out sensations or hunt witches. Whichever the case.
I'm not about to denounce you, nor do I want to see you dancing naked in the moonlight before Veopatis' shrine.
How dare you?
I want to buy some herbs.
Herbs?
For personal use. What do you know about protective amulets?
I'm no sorceress, but I know a bit about magic. Why do you ask?
Take a look at this one. I have reason to believe there's something not quite right about it.
I'd say there's magic in it without a doubt. I'd gladly buy it from you.
Why do you care about the amulet so much?
I collect antiques. They may be useless to others, but I see value in them.
I don't believe you. You want to buy a piece of metal just because it's old?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'm a witcher. You don't want to lose a customer like me.
Huh. I suppose you've convinced me.
Let's get down to it then.
This isn't any old talisman. I'm almost certain it's Melitele's heart. It's a very powerful artifact. At least, it used to be.
It isn't anymore?
It was cursed, and the spell distorted its effect. It once protected those who wore it. Now it brings misery upon them.
Why do you want to buy it from me then?
I know a ritual that can restore its original power. Unfortunately, the necessary ingredients are extremely rare.
What do you need?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an Arachus, and an Endriga's fetus.
I might be able to get you those. I want to know everything there is to know about this ritual.
Ask away.
Can you conduct the ritual?
You must find all the ingredients first.
All right, I get it. Tell me more about Melitele's heart.
They say the talisman was made at the time of the conjunction of spheres. It gave those who wore it supernatural powers. Some didn't like that. The talisman was cursed by a dark force and lost its former power.
What do you need to perform the ritual?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an Arachus.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharan. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let others' shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafael.
Vafael.
Welcome.
Careful there.
Are you Cedric?
Who asks?
Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, the Witcher. And?
Triss Marigold.
Lovely scent, Triss.
Cedric, look at me.
What do you want, Geralt of Rivia?
I need to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying. I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobindon, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than neckers.
The old man? Meaning the Karen? Finally, Loredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witchers know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Sheesh, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports?
Witcher Geralt, known also as the White Wolf.
Am I that hard to distinguish from the locals?
Taller warned me you'd be catty.
Taller sent you?
Indeed. I'm on business here, so he insisted I give you a message and a package.
What's the message?
I quote him faithfully. Listen to Roach in every ploughing thing, because though he's a prick, he's also a patriot. Vultures already circle Foltest's corpse, but I'll manage.
Get the sons of bitches and keep your head cool. P.S. You really fucked up at the castle.
Give me the package.
Take it. It's a weight off my mind, I tell you. I wouldn't make much of an agent. All that secrecy and nerves and cursing, not my style. Good luck to you. I'm off to tend to my matters.
Godspeed. Give my best to Taller.
Oh, I will.
So long, Roach.
Come on, have a drink with us. Uh-oh.
I wouldn't mind a shot. Celebrating something?
A great victory.
Interesting.
We did away with Veopatis, or whatever the hell they call him.
13 hacked off his head and nailed it to his arse.
You behaved like swine.
What? We're not allowed a bit of fun? It was only a wooden puppet.
Come on, let's play our game.
Right, toothpicks.
Knife throwing. Care to try me?
Gladly.
Vess against the Witcher. Place your bets, gentlemen. 10-1 on Vess. Witcher, map on the wall. Vess, barrel! Witcher, cured hand. Vess, fish head! Witcher, oar on the wall. Geralt wins.
There they are! Those are the shitheads who desecrated Veopatis' statue!
Pitchforks! What will you say, Bumpkin?
What's going on?
Nothing. We had a little competition.
They threw knives at a statue of Veopatis! It's blasphemy! Our gods desecrated by soldiers!
They're no ordinary soldiers, but blue stripes. Know what that means?
Blue or green, it's all the same to me. They're Horsens, all of them!
What did you say?
I just...
You said what you thought. Good, that's the way. Beer for this brave man. And drink to my health. Here's to the whore's son, Vernon Roach.
Vernon.
You've got shitty glassware in Flotsam. Not fit for a hero, but I've got an idea. Oh. Drink the Horsens beer from the floor.
Geralt, do something.
I'll try. Vernon. Leave him alone. It's not worth it.
You don't know shit. Consider this your lucky day, mongrels, and get out of here. I have to take a walk.
You're too hard on Roach.
I don't like sadists.
Vernon was a half-orphan.
What does that have to do with it?
He was raised in poverty. His mother turned to whoring to keep them from starving. The other children called him a whore's son. Hasn't been able to handle that insult since. Come on, let's have a drink.
All right.
Remember when we had to wait in the cave for reinforcements?
How could I forget? We ate Pete, we were so starved.
Those were the days.
Here's to Pete, tart and nutritious.
What do you say to a little competition? A keg of beer to whoever beats Geralt at arm wrestling.
And if Geralt wins?
I'll give you my sword. A true antique. But it sacks off many a head. You don't make them like this anymore.
All right.
Me throat's a little dry. Pour us a drink, someone. Remember when I bet a lieutenant I could plough 4 elven halls at once?
He said we'd sooner cross the sea on the arses of 4 whores strapped together to make a raft.
I'd have managed it.
Sure, if only there were that many elf women at the brothel. Let's begin. We'll see if 13 can beat the Witcher. "13 proves too weak for the Witcher. Keep practicing there, mate.
Plough off, the lot of you. Somebody pour me a drink. Remember when I rode my horse into a tree?
Can't say I do.
Have a shot. It'll refresh your memory.
Gentlemen, now it's Fen against the Witcher. Geralt, the prize is yours.
May it serve you well. Uh-oh. Gentlemen, to our health. Just like after the Battle of Garge.
Aye, that was a right piss-up. We puked all over the battlefield.
To paradise on whores' arses.
Got drunk as newts, you did. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Anything like what?
Such a sight.
Meaning?
Better you don't remember.
But I want to know.
I tell you for a few ends.
There. Now talk.
Talk to the Madame. She knows the details.
Greetings.
What can I get you, fine lad?
They say you know what happened here yesterday.
I do. But you'd be better off not asking, darling.
Talk.
Nothing's for free. Especially in a brothel.
All right. Talk.
5 of you came in. Or crawled in, I should say.
I was crawling?
Indeed. One of the blue ones ordered 5 girls. I gave you the best because you showed me good coin.
What happened next?
This is the interesting bit, because instead of ploughing them like the normal soldiery, you mounted them and told them to give you a ride to the port.
Can't be.
Ask the lass in the uniform then.
Vess was here too?
Sure was. She tried to stop you, but you were too much for her.
Is your hatred towards the Scoia'tael some sort of revenge?
You don't know me, Geralt. Human or non-human, it makes no difference to me. We were chosen to fight the Scoia'tael, and that's the mission we pursue. To me, the Scoia'tael are but bandits hiding out in the woods. If there were humans among them, I'd kill them in a flash just the same.
Nice area, isn't it?
I prefer these little towns, forgotten by gods and people alike, to palaces and castles. It's survival of the fittest here. At least you know what to expect. So yes, I like it here.
How did you end up in the Blue Stripes?
Why'd you ask?
You don't end up in a unit fighting non-humans by accident. You must have an interesting story to tell.
Why should I tell it to you, of all people?
Do I see a sensitive little girl hiding behind a mask of indifference?
I wouldn't be here if you were right. I was raised in a small village where people cared about 2 things only. If the drought was going to destroy their crops, and if the Scoia'tael would appear in the local woods. One day, a large Scoia'tael unit appeared. They burned the village to the ground and slaughtered all the inhabitants. I alone survived because their commander, the bastard, fancied me. They dragged me around with them for months. I knew they'd kill me once they tired of me. And then Vernon turned up.
Did he draft you into service?
He taught me everything I know. In time, I realised my place was with the Blue Stripes. I'm a soldier because I do it well.
Ever dreamed of a different life?
Finch, our marksman, once tried farming, but he just didn't have the hands for it.
Bet he'd get me right between the eyes from 80 paces off.
100. I've tried cooking, darning, smiling like a doll, serving beer in a tavern. None of my thing.
The man we're looking for is much more dangerous than any Scoia'tael.
Must be. If he managed to outwit Geralt of Rivia.
It wasn't the first time someone tried to kill Foltest. I killed an assassin before. That means there could be more assassins out there.
If anyone screws up, it won't be me, I assure you.
I talked to the madam. Is what she says true?
I tried to talk you out of it, but you insisted you'd cross the river on the whore's arses. You tried for several hours, but it just wasn't going to be.
What happened next?
You said you wanted to be one of the blue stripes and had to get yourself a tattoo.
What tattoo?
One like ours. And you got it.
Shit. Where are my things?
You left them all over the place. I gathered them in that trunk by the window.
Thanks, Vess.
So how's it going? Everything all right at the house now?
So how can we help you, eh?
We'll wait out here.
Make it quick. You stink. Scoia'tael arrows. This is pretty clear.
Find anything in there?
2 soldiers.
What happened to them?
They're dead, riddled with arrows.
I know nothing about that.
What do you think, Witcher?
Seems like 2 soldiers wandered into the cave, maybe to drive away monsters. But just because somebody convinced them to go. I don't know how many monsters they managed to kill, but I do know who got them. Scoia'tael.
Bollocks!
Last I recall, Neckers don't know how to use bows.
Hey lads, let's find a tree.
No! I'll tell you everything! Just don't kill me, please!
Speak.
You need to see this. You won't understand otherwise.
See ploughing what?
The bitch is lying.
Give it up, Elf.
Let's take her to the Commandant.
Lorito will torture me. I hope my screams wake you every night, Vatkarn.
Shut it! Thanks, Witcher. You've earned your reward.
Witcher, I've been awaiting you.
We need to kill a monster that sinks boats.
Afraid?
No, but I suspect we'll need to draw it onto the shore.
Leave that to me.
I can't wait. I bet it's something spectacular.
Believe it. You'll do the honors.
The honors?
Once on the riverbank, you'll kill him, her, whatever it is.
What's that? It looks impressive.
A megascope.
What does it do?
Many complicated magical operations. It allows me to communicate with other sorceresses, for instance.
If we're going to work together, we should get to know each other.
Is that so? Very well. Ask what you will.
Zoltan told me you hired him to make something.
Your dwarven friend has a way with stones. He helped repair my megascope. The set of the diamond must be very precise if it's to focus the light appropriately.
Did you find out where the Karen came from?
I didn't even try.
So I take it you know it was created by a mage.
I guessed as much. And what of it? Do you wish me to feel guilty, apologize for some madman? I don't intend to. How did you know it was a mage?
I didn't. Just guessed. I'll be ready soon.
I certainly hope so.
Welcome to my modest shop.
I need one of your incense formulae.
I've got more than 200 here.
I'm interested in the best seller. Someone's offering a handsome price for that formula. They say it's harmful.
Impossible. I haven't had a single complaint. And I'll not give the formula to anyone. How about this? I give you a formula for a similar scent. You get your reward, and I keep my secret.
If I don't get the real formula by the count of 5, you'll be greeting one of the 2 friends I carry on my back. 1, 2...
Wait a minute. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
3.
All right, wait. I'll give it to you. Here. Happy?
How did it go? Did you get the formula?
I have it.
Show me.
Here it is.
Grand. I must check its authenticity in the lab before I can give you your coin. I'm a cautious man. Forgive me.
I'm cautious too. Give me back the formula.
All right. We'll go together. I'll wait for you by the gate at the market side. Ready? As I said, I'm cautious. My lab is well hidden, and I want to keep it that way. So I'll have to blindfold you.
All right, but no tricks. One false move and you'll never open your secret door again.
I'm not mad enough to mess with you. Grab hold of my arm. My workshop is very near. Almost there. Now, Porky! Sincere apologies again. I know you could slice me up like a juicy side of beef if you wanted to. I had to protect myself. I'll ask you to be patient while my men check the formula. You've no idea how hard it is to find qualified specialists these days. In Bleinheim's day, I worked with only the best alchemists.
Bleinheim? I'm under the impression I know the name. Somebody from Flotsam?
No, Vizima, long ago. I need a moment. The results are ready. grand, legal fistek. Oh, this will be a big, fat vein of gold.
The truth will out. Besides, I have a low tolerance for lying.
Forgive me. I was not sure if I could trust you. Here's your reward. You fully deserve it. My men will see you off. Please let them cover your eyes again. I hope to do more business with you sometime.
I'd probably agree if I didn't remember that Blynheim was one of Salamandra's commanders.
In that case, you'll need to stay here.
Oh, fuck!
Soon pay you back, King. Who does King Ziggy behold? Given any thought to my proposal?
I'm ready.
I'll explain on the way.
Spit it out.
Know what Flotsam's famous for?
Nothing.
What's going
You're
on there?
wrong there. There are only two towns worth visiting in the Pontar Valley. Bondar, famous for having the most beautiful halls in the north, and Flotsam for having the best fist-fighting scene.
Who organizes these fights?
Officially, no one. But look hard and you'll be surprised what you can find. It's a vibrant scene with winners and losers of all kinds. I promote fighters.
Halt!
Don't recognise King Ziggy?
I know you. But who's the other one? He looks dangerous.
Like all of King Ziggy's fighters.
Well, that farmhand you brought in last time was carried out all broken in no time.
This one will be different. You'll see. The Commandant himself will bet a fortune on him.
All right. But if I'm to let him in, he has to leave all his weapons here.
Fine.
You're a rich man already.
The weapons will be waiting in the trunk outside the gate.
Laredo.
In the flesh.
Does he condone these fights?
Condone? He sets them up. A lot of coin at stake here. I haven't been too lucky lately, but I believe you'll change that. People will remember King Ziggy. Just don't disappoint me.
Stand your ground!
Ziggy the Clown returns.
And in grand fashion. I've got a contender who's about to be famous.
The Monster Slayer? How'd you talk him into fighting?
King Ziggy has his ways.
All in all, looks promising.
We're about to make Flotsam famous for its mug fights. They'll sing songs about Ziggy and Geralt. You just win and I'll take care of the rest. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grand. I'll hear you say my name with reverence yet. Twigs will be your first opponent, so called because bones snap with his every punch.
I love these pussies with cocky names.
Finish the fucker off!
Sock it to him!
Finish the fucker off!
Beautiful job rearranging his face.
Who's next?
One Punch Matho. Name says it all. Downs most opponents with his first punch.
I'll see if I can't make him throw a second.
Good luck.
Sock it to him!
Finish the fucker off!
Sock it to him!
You're the discovery of my lifetime.
Think we're made for each other?
Indeed, but we've a long way to go. Your next opponent is Smugface, also known as Tasseldick.
Not too popular then.
He has tassels on his clothes. Last month, he bit his opponent's ear off.
Bring on this Tasseldick.
Stand your ground! Sock it to him! Stand your ground!
One more and we'll be rich and famous.
Who is it?
Stanek. In a rumble it takes at least 4 lads to take him down.
I'll do it single-handed.
Don't underestimate him.
Witcher, come here a minute. It's impressive technique.
Thanks.
Last fight's coming up, and everyone's betting on the dead cert. You. Except for me.
What do you want, Luido?
Stanek has to win, but the true winners will be you and me. A third of the jackpot's yours, and that's not an offer.
I see. You're a regular con.
Your opinions don't interest me. You ought to take a dive. That's that.
Piss off, old man.
Stand your ground! Sock it to him! Stand your ground!
Pay up.
Here's your coin. The guards will take you to the gate. You'll regret this.
I told you we'd win. I've got a real sense for these things.
I think you owe me something.
Why don't we have some fun first? A free round at every inn, not to mention the girls.
You can screw my share.
Thank you, Master.
drives me mad. This cursed wood is full of scum, and that horseman has lost his mind.
Who might that be?
The troll! For years he's been collecting tolls at the bridge, for which he's to keep the bridge tidy and drive away the scum.
What's the problem then?
Merchants from the port sent me to find out the what and why, seeing as this is the only path out to the port inland. But I found the bridge in ruins, and that cheeky cocksucker asked for liquor to let me pass. Across that pile of rubble, I says, and he smacks me so hard I see stars.
Loredo's put a price on his head.
If Loredo had his way, he'd cut us off from the world, that son of a bitch. We need a bridge, but a working one. And we need a troll, but a sober one. If you're looking to make some coin, hold off on killing the troll and see the village chief instead. He'll tell you all you need to know.
No.
No what?
No passage. Give vodka, you passage.
Why should I pay you?
My bridge?
This is a pile of rubble, not a bridge. You're getting nothing from me.
Ah, from me? You get in mug.
Guess I'll never learn.
Enough! Don't hit! I be good.
You're drunk.
Vodka good. Head hurt, aye, but no pain in brain.
Brain pain always comes with a reason.
They kill my woman. She good. She cooked meat.
Who killed her?
Dunno. Me sit on bridge. Go home. No meat smell. Woman dead. Had no head. Guts to drink. In can't go, people it kill. But guts to drink.
If I find your woman's murderers, will you put aside the booze?
You no find none.
We'll see. I've got friends here. I'll talk to them. Where'd you get that head?
I bought it. Cost me a fortune, but it was worth it. No one else in Lobinden's got a troll's head.
Who'd you buy it from?
Dimitri. Who else would dare trap a troll in its very own den?
Where can I find this Dimitri?
That I don't know, but you'll find his mates carousing at the inn in the evening.
I'd like to buy that head from you.
No way! The head's mine, you smelly swine.
I'll give you a good price, unless you'd prefer to trade.
We could roll some dice for it, provided you make it worth my while.
Thanks. That was helpful.
You're good. Here's your coin.
I want the she-troll's head.
Why two swords?
I heard you don't want to get rid of the troll.
Who'll maintain the bridge when he's gone?
Hire some people.
Know the cost of a craftsman these days? That idiot troll looks after the bridge for petty tolls, more or less.
The bridge is in ruins and the troll's robbing people.
Aye, it's because he's hit the bottle. If you could help him stop boozing.
I'm a witcher, not a nanny.
I'll pay you well.
How much?
100 orens.
200.
You're costly, but what the hell? Let him see I place the village's welfare above all else.
believe my own eyes.
Do you work for Dimitri?
Who's asking? Because you see, friend, I'm starting to find this a mite confusing. You here at the bidding of that old rag, the Fistech boys or Laredo, and be straight with me.
I heard you hunted down a troll.
None of your ploughing business.
Heard of the Butcher of Blaviken?
Who hasn't? You say you can gut a man with a single cut?
Yeah, I can. And if you don't tell me where I can find Dimitri, I'll splash your guts on the walls.
Steady.
Start talking.
Dimitri hangs around the cemetery near that stinking village.
See? I can be nice. All you need to do is try.
The reader will know that's no squirrel, but an ordinary elf.
He won't know shit. Here's Pointy, check. We'll dress the corpse in green and collect an even 100.
Heard Milena makes more than that. I guess robbing the soldier is better business than robbing elves.
I'll not hear of that whore again, got it? Treacherous rag. She'll get what she deserves, won't be long now.
Couldn't satisfy her, eh? Can't fault the girl for being ambitious. And the stiff on the ground is who?
Some spy from Vizima, soon to be our squirrel's grave mate. Laredo told me to get rid of him, and since we've got this vacancy in the boneyard, thought I might do our friend a small favour.
He don't look like no spy.
They never do once they're dead. Oh, almost forgot. Might pay to search him good and thorough before we plant him in the dirt.
You, Dimitri?
Why the fuck do you want to know?
The troll sends his regards.
Kill him. No witnesses.
Give vodka, dwarf.
You drink too much. Your eyesight's shit.
Why back?
You're drunk.
Vodka good? Head hurt, aye. But no pain in brain.
Brain pain always comes with a reason.
They kill my woman. She good.
Who killed her?
Dunno. Guts.
I punished your wife's murderers.
Mine?
You'll find what's left of them at the cemetery.
I find.
Will you fix the bridge?
Trolls true.
Make sure your hands are steady when you do it.
No drink more. Head in peace. Why back?
I found your wife's head.
My woman, I not forget. I give reward.
You owe me 200 orens.
You'll get 100.
Listen, I made deals with you and the troll. He kept his word. You're trying not to.
I haven't the coin.
Sure you don't want to look a little harder?
What if I don't find any?
Then I'll look myself.
This is robbery. Here, I hope you choke on it.
Some help, finally. I thought I was done for.
What's wrong?
I'm fine, but my friend remains in that damned hospital.
Cedric told me that 2 people went missing near the burnt mansion.
I'm Rupert Brandhuber. I'm a medic from Edda, and I came here with a friend to look for a very rare species of herbs.
These woods aren't the best place for herb picking.
So we were warned, but the temptation was too great. We got as far as the site of the fire. No sign of herbs, but there was something downstairs. Something... What's that? Can you hear it? That's Grindley's dog. Feel that? Something approaches. Help us!
Rather than those here they were, oh, the greed! They needn't have done it. Those here were innocents, and I... Lee, leave me be! Away with you!
Control yourself.
It's not my fault. It wasn't me, not me.
What's not your fault?
Fire. Fire everywhere. It wasn't meant to happen. I didn't want that, I swear.
Won't get much out of you until I calm you down. Maybe the fire didn't consume everything. Maybe I can find some medicine. A sedative.
Go away!
What's going on? Where am I?
Easy. Rupert asked me to find you.
Rupert lives.
Listen, you and your friend. I don't get it yet, but you aren't telling the truth. That's painfully apparent. This place seems to have a very dark past, one you had a hand in. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Great. So now you can tell me the story and don't skip a thing.
Story?
There's always a story, Gridley. Spit it out.
We're former soldiers, fought for Eden during one of the wars with Nilfgaard, times long past. I was Rupert's adjutant in the field hospital that our unit set up in this manor house. We didn't at all mind who lived here. In fact, the inmates were friendly. At the outset, that is. One day our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian. He was desperate to win his freedom and claimed he was part of a detachment that had concealed the booty looted in Eden. We couldn't believe our fortune, thought the gods had smiled upon us. We'd heard incredible tales of this treasure, questioned any black one we'd captured. It seemed all our efforts would finally be rewarded. We decided to make him talk.
By torturing him?
Our commander wanted to break him on the wheel, but Rupert said he knew a better way. There's a local herb. If you brew and drink it, you can only tell the truth. The commander interrogated the prisoner, drawing a map in the process, and we celebrated, talked of how we would divide the treasure, and took ever greater liberties with the patients. The priest looking after them began to protest, and one of our boys split his head open.
Nice, Gridley. Keep talking and I just might let you go alive and intact. What happened next?
Once the prisoner revealed where the treasure was hidden, the commander had him quartered in front of the lunatics. They'd shown signs of madness before. When they smelled blood, well, we could not control them. Many we simply had to cut down. I don't even know how the fire broke out.
Any of the patients survive?
a young woman we managed to pull from the burning building. She was nice, quiet and willing. 2 nights later she slit our commander's throat, and that was all we saw of her, and of the map, of course. The war was ongoing, and shifting fronts forced us to abandon our search for her soon after.
And here you are, back after many years. Really think you can still find her around here?
Life's not treated me well since then, and Rupert's had it even worse. This is our chance to reverse our fortunes. Fate smiled upon us once. Perhaps by some strange chance it still holds us in favor.
I wouldn't count on that. I think we're dealing with one heavy curse here. And it looks like we need to start by finding that Nilfgaardian's corpse.
Go away! Go away!
Leave me be!
A wolf leading wolves.
What do you want, Spectre? Their deaths?
2 of 20 return where none remain. Yet one shall judge them. If he is merciful, he will feed them to the dead. If he is cruel, he will grant them what they came for.
A prophecy. I should have expected as much.
Bring me their hearts, so I may feast on their cowardice. Bring me their eyes, so I may spit in them before they are forever extinguished.
Is that your offer? Fine. I'll lift this curse one way or another.
Go away! I'm in pain. I beg you, help! Give me some medicine!
And?
I met the Nilfgaardian's ghost. Let's find your comrade.
Gridley, you live. What happened down there?
I found the ghost of the Emperor's soldier.
You're the Witcher. Get rid of it.
I already have. Come on, let me show you something.
Who do I see? Remember me? Corpseman. Remember how I was torn apart bit by bit? Remember what you did with the people of this house?
You deceived us!
Crimes require punishment, and only retribution can lift the curse. I leave them to you.
I need you no more. Let the feast begin, boys!